Good Friday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about all my cars and trucks and motorcycles, SUVs, Florida, popcorn, the kid, Harleys. Hey, good morning there. To all those who watch my channel, thanks for tuning in on this Friday morning. And wow, even for me, I've been in Florida now 2 weeks. Wow. I mean, that's just hard for me to believe. It's hard, man. I'll tell you, time. I see myself even question myself, like, has it been a week? It's like 2 weeks. And I'm gonna keep on trying to stay down here a little longer just because I really want to spend time with my mother and just kind of get things in order. I feel good about being here and helping out the family, and that's what it's all about, help out the family. So never-ending addictions of the Iceman, of yet another motorcycle purchase. What's this make? This has to make 18 purchases this year. Maybe 19, maybe 20, I don't even know. And it's a famous saying of me back in January saying, oh, this year won't be many vehicle purchases. I truly believe this motorcycle is number 18. Wow. I mean, unbelievable. The kids loving this motorcycle. And Mr. Sanchez out there, he's a huge motorcycle enthusiast and is a huge Harley guy. He's just giving me lots of information of good ideas, and I appreciate that, Mr. Sanchez, as he's weighing in his views and ideas and thoughts. And it's pretty cool that he really does get very active on my channel when it comes to the motorcycle side of my channel. And that's the thing about my channel. It kind of can go different directions, as many know, because it can be all about the motorcycles, then all about the cars and trucks, camper, the dog, the Kiefer dog, who's in summer camp getting a lot of training, actually. Just for anybody out there that's wondering what happened to Kiefer, he is with the original breeder getting tons of training. And so hopefully when I bring him back home, he's even more domesticated and even a better dog. So the girl, my daughter, is really like, this is my favorite bike ever. Yesterday we bought a 7-inch Harley Davidson accessory, the windscreen splitter, where it has a little bit of a kind of a curvature here because it throws the air off her helmet. It's a huge difference. It really is so cool on how getting this lower push forward seat really helped this motorcycle fit her stature. And so no embellishing here. She just loves it. Today, I think we're going to get a more aggressive look like my CVO ST highway bar. I think we'll remove that. Then in the back, I kind of, Mr. Sanchez actually brought it up. You can get a rear nice, kind of aggressive, flat type of bar too, but they don't stock that at the Harley dealer. I was going to put the typical rear saddlebag protector on this, but now I'm stepping back, and I think I'm going to order that really kind of same theme, straighter bar look for the front for the rear saddlebags. And I think it's easier to install. So that's a possibility today. I don't think we're going to do the head pipe. The kid's very happy with the exhaust. It really is very throaty. And it's interesting, the parts guy there said the only head pipe he had in stock was a tab head pipe with a heat shield, and it would work, and you can use the Harley tuner to tune it. And apparently the Harley Davidson new head pipe's like $900 versus the tab's like $500. But he just kind of he gave me this feeling like the bike just isn't really tuned to what you'd want it to be. So he kind of made me think twice about that. That he was kind of implying that, yeah, you know, that tab and that Harley Screaming Eagle tuner don't really interface with each other the greatest. So I even talked to Jason, the service manager. He's like, well, we haven't any problems. But he's like, yeah, he's right. Oh, here they are. Here is the 2 peas in the pod rolling up here with breakfast for my mother, for me, the daughter, and popcorn. So she really should be on the other side, because if we take the truck down, that'll be our vehicle. We're going to go boating this morning, actually. I'm going to get my guy working. And there she is. She just loves revving that engine up. And so I think I'll go down here and try to help him out. This is kind of like the up north distractions when I'm trying to get my videos going. And then we get distracted. Looks like the animals came out here to the the street and tried to have some fun, as we just have way too much garbage. Yeah, baby. Let me just pick something up real quick here, baby, because the garbage guys won't be happy if they're having to pick all this stuff up, because they'll think we're a bunch of lazy asses, but we just so much stuff going on down here. All right. Sorry, baby. Thank you, baby. Oh, wow. Big yawn there. How's Popcorn doing?
I can't get my coffee out.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, my dad, we finally got him his brand new hearing aids. Yesterday, my father and I went to Costco. That was a long afternoon. Jesus Christ, man. That was supposed to be like a 3-hour adventure. But you know what the good news is? My dad has brand new hearing aids for $1,500. They're like half to a third of what a independent hearing aid center would charge you. And they really are great. They really are great great hearing aids. And here my daughter did a little more gardening here. So she really cleaned up the front here. Took
that ugly tree out, threw it in the pond.
Yep, she took out the ugly tree, threw it in the pond. And Popcorn's back here still befuddled, trying to get out of the car. So how's that all going to play out, right? And here he is. Let me see if I need to help him. Need help, Dad?
Yeah.
Let me get your coffee for you.
That would help.
Right? How's your hearing aids doing this morning?
Yeah. Good.
You like them?
I like it.
All right. Let's see here. My daughter and I just cleaned this whole car. And I'm going to lock it because my daughter's purse is in there. Not the wisest thing to do, to leave it in the front seat in the neighborhood where everybody walks by.
Yeah.
And take her purse. So anyways, here we are on the adventures. But what are we going to talk about today? What I thought today, we want to talk about the Harley all morning long. I thought we'd talk about intelligence. And here comes a guy with some intelligence. Yeah, the conversation this morning is going to be about intelligence.
You know the difference in rednecks and hicks?
Rednecks and what?
Hicks.
No, I don't.
There isn't a difference. The difference is hicks won't accept it, and rednecks brag about it.
Huh, okay. Well, there you go. There's the thought of the day for everybody on the YouTube channel. Popcorn's word of wisdom and intelligence. Not so sure that was the most intelligent statement of the month. But anyway, so I thought to myself, here's something really to think about. And I got it through the Wall Street Journal, reading at like 3 a.m. in the morning. So the stock market per se has been on fire. But what's really intriguing to me is I came up with this idea yesterday about intelligence, and it's just ironic that this 3 o'clock this morning, I found this article that so kind of flows with today's conversation. And what I thought to myself yesterday about intelligence, because it's all about artificial intelligence. More than ever in our society, we are witnessing the growth of artificial intelligence. And I've talked in great length about this company, NVIDIA, that makes these GPU semiconductors that has they've blown up, and a company that's stock has grown by 5,000%. I mean, it's beyond believable of what this company has accomplished through so many years of the gaming industry back in the 90s, and where they came from to where they now are the most sought-after semiconductor manufacturing company in the world to help you build artificial intelligence. And I thought to myself, boy, it's pretty incredible to think about how much money is being spent. But I stopped. I was thinking to myself, but the intelligence of mankind, I feel like in some ways, is getting worse. If you just really kind of step back and see what's going on in our culture and society, it seems like the intelligence of us and others isn't really that great. It seems like more than ever that these electronic devices have brainwashed so many people. I mean, I just think that so many here that watch my channel, if you just step back and you start evaluating what's going on in today's country, our country, of the views and ideology, and you just think the intelligence level for somebody to think that some of these policies and some of the things that are going on more than ever in plain sight view are accepted, and people will argue with you about these radical views and ideas that are being pushed upon our children and the younger generation like never before. I just think to myself, this is incredible that mankind's intelligence has evolved to this, but yet the infrastructure of billions and billions of dollars is being spent to create artificial intelligence, which mankind is then going to hand off to the supercomputers to help you so-called become more intelligent. And for all the money being spent, you just step back and think, but for mankind itself, his own intelligence in some ways hasn't advanced that much. If you really stop and look at mankind, and I do understand the medical progress and the engineering progress, and I mean, I understand there's a lot of things that mankind have accomplished since the Industrial Revolution and the rapid speed of what mankind now is figuring out. But in just common sense intelligence, I don't think mankind, for the most part, is any better than he was thousands of years ago, because it's just the basics of humanity that we're witnessing like never seen before, that is being, in many ways, I feel, exposed and called out and shamed for those that just have the basic intelligence of what makes right versus wrong. But yet that today, you're the shamed person if you stand up to defend something that you know is totally wrong. But yet here we are with the artificial intelligence of billions of dollars. But this is what really kind of was incredible for me to read this article with me having this conversation this morning. And even for me, and I'm not the stock market savvy guy. I really wish I was, because the amount of money I've made in my lifetime, had I invested into the right stocks, I mean, I'd be worth millions and millions of dollars. I'm not. I'm the guy, my intelligence level isn't that great, because I'm the guy that constantly goes out and buys yet another vehicle with another debt, with another car payment, with another financial obligation that isn't enriching me. It's making me poor in so many ways. So for me to read this article about the stock market, this is what I read on the Wall Street Journal. And some may challenge it, and that's fine. For the real savvy stock market guy, bring in your comments. I have no problem with people commenting on my channel that, hey, Mr. Iceman, you really were not correct on that. That's fine. I don't care. If you tell me that I'm wrong about something and you can help me learn something, fabulous. Hey, all the more power to you. So here's the thing. It's incredible how many people have been bragging about how great this stock market is, especially under this administration. If you're a politically driven individual that loves to constantly brag about how if you voted for Joe Biden, everything's beautiful, and had you voted for the convict, the felon, Donald Trump, everything would be in a shambles. And then it goes both ways. It's two different views, two different forms of intelligence. But here's what they say. NVIDIA, and I think I'm pronouncing that correct, and the S&P 500, its value, its stock trading has driven a third of the S&P 500. For the Dow and everything, the NVIDIA's stock has traded at such high volumes and such high values, it's actually a third of the index to make it look like everything's so great and grand. But the reality is, most stocks are, for the most part, from 2022 to present day, their values are pretty much the same or actually less. In some instances, some stocks are 68% less. So there's a very strong wording and very strong concern for the financial analysts that this artificial intelligence is truly driving a very false narrative economy in this country and the stock market. That if it wasn't for these select tech companies that have had their stocks explode because of this artificial intelligence, they really feel like the stock market really wouldn't be as hot as everybody thinks it is, and a great investment for so many. And so that I thought, wow, that's incredible for me to be talking about artificial intelligence today. And if you really do follow my channel, I have talked in great length about the Chat GPT, the OpenAI, the Sam Altman. I mean, I've gone through great lengths in my channel of many days last year of just really going into great depth of where this artificial intelligence came from, where it's going, and what's going on with it. And it's full blown. Companies are trying to get this artificial intelligence in place like never seen. The next generation iPhone will have artificial open AI on the phone, even though in China they're not going to allow it. So China, well, the biggest thing is this country doesn't want to allow it. This country is anti-artificial intelligence sharing information and all of its advanced technology to the Chinese. So for the future, the next generation iPhone you buy, it's going to have built into it the OpenAI, the generative pre-trained transformer, with your phone interacting with you like never ever you could ever even imagine, or do you even want to, because of this artificial intelligence changing mankind's intelligence. I mean, I think that's really the narrative that's going to play out in front of us more than ever in our lifetime. Is you're going to witness people you know that start to take this artificial intelligence and they take it true to the heart, and everything it does will then convert them to believe that that's the way it is, and that's the danger. But is that the driven narrative of what's going on more than ever? And it's very concerning for the powers to be that they can control so many more than ever, and especially when it comes to the political views and ideology that so many are so divided in our country now like never ever seen. This country, I would have to say, is split down the middle, if not more, of the radical views and ideology that this present sitting administration has brought to our country. There's a total division of what people think is right versus wrong, never seen in modern times. And so the artificial intelligence is just going to magnify that even that much more, especially for the younger generation. I think you'll witness just the unbelievable things that are going to play out and their views and ideas that you'll just be like, wow, how did you get like this? You're just now the robot, per se, that the artificial intelligence has created into you. Here's Elon Musk wanting to create Optimus, the robots. This artificial intelligence is going to create humans into robots. I mean, that sounds far-fetched, but I think many people can kind of understand that view. So very interesting on how artificial intelligence is right now the driving focal point of so much of today's technology, because it revolves around cars. I mean, it's even, will be in the motorcycles. It's in everything. The airplanes, travel. It's going to be in every aspect of our life. And it's really intriguing that I found that article that's really raising the red flag, saying that this economy isn't what everybody thinks it is, and the stock market isn't what everybody thinks it is. And it's the tech boom that's creating this false narrative of how great things are. Now, here's another interesting article. Apparently the Tampa, the North Point, West Coast, Florida area, the Gulf area, Tampa area, it's starting now to show that the real estate market really has substantially slowed down. So for all the doomer gloomers, I guess these doomer gloomer guys have these channels. I guess they're going to be jumping up and down as the reality to what I've questioned many times on my channel, just really how bad is it going to be, that things really are starting to go south. And do things go totally south before election time? Or does the media machine continue to be able to hold off that things really aren't what they are as you think they are? It's interesting. My neighbor here, really great guy, Steve, he owns an auction house right here in Tampa. And I talked to him a lot, and he claims, there's his brother's wife, and there's his brother, and he claims that the amount of people coming to their facility wanting to consign things or sell things has gone through the roof. So he firsthand is witnessing on the auction side that in his business model, he claims they have so much stuff coming to his warehouses like never seen. He hasn't seen this ever. And so for him, he totally believes this country's in a shambles and it's the big crash. But I asked him, but when? And he said, I just can't put a timeline on it. So that's where I'm like, yeah, I just don't get that message, because you're telling me on one hand, you're seeing the most stuff repossessed. You're seeing the most stuff being brought to your warehouses to be auctioned off. You're getting phone calls from people on a daily basis wanting to sell their things to enable them to be able to pay their bills. But then I asked for you when you really think this is all really going to come to be and it's really going to play out. And his answer is, I just can't put a timeline on it. But his position is that it totally is happening, and it really is being shadowed by the media of the country really is in a lot worse shape than many want to accept it. And since I've been down here, I told you I'm to DMV, that the gentleman that works at the DMV, somehow the conversation came up, and he started talking about how the amount of vehicles being repossessed is through the roof. They haven't seen anything like this in modern times, and that the repo guys are basically a month behind of so many repossessions on their list to get to them. So if you get a repossession notice, it may take a month for the driver just to even get to your house because he has too many other vehicles to pick up. So once again, for the doomer gloomers, I guess their heyday is coming on their channel where they can start telling everybody, see, I was right and the Iceman was wrong. Calling me out saying that everything's still beautiful and it's not as bad as you think. He's the wrong guy. So anyways, that's it. We're going to go boating. I got to get my guy going to work up north. Thank God I got one of my good friends, Joe, that came back to work for me while I've been down here in Florida, and that's really the difference. If my good friend Joe didn't come back and agree to work for me while I'm down here, we'd be packed up and gone. Probably would have been before I pulled this deal off and this beautiful Harley-Davidson 2023 ST model that they no longer build. Here's the challenge. I don't know how I'm getting all 4 bikes back. I may have to leave something down here. The Harley definitely go back. The CBR 1000RR will go back, and the Monkey, but the CB 1000R, it may have to stay down here unless I can figure out how to get that bike in the back of the bed of my truck, and the tailgate can be propped up so it's not hitting my trailer. And if I can do that, then I can probably bring all the bikes back. So there it is. Do we have some more boating video? I don't know. I've done a lot of boating video down here. I don't know, is it worth it? So I take my 360, and yesterday we had some really good video content with the 360 camera. It is nice to use that, much safer to use it. It just doesn't get the same real effect, I feel like, when I have this camera in my hand. It's just weird how it kind of just, things are all further away. It's just a different type of way the camera acts. But it's by far much safer of me using that on my motorcycle than my crazy ideas of how I video the other way. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching my channel. Good news is my dad's got new hearing aids. My mom's doing good, and there's actually people coming over today. I went to my mom's new family care physician, and I brought up how we get in care. Somebody comes here 2 or 3 times a week and helps my father and family out. So what's really cool is this new primary physician we have, younger lady, she actually put a call in to Baycare down here. And I mean, believe it or not, that was just 2 days ago. And today at 2:30, she's going to have an in-house evaluation of what they could do to help my family out. And hopefully their insurance can cover that or a portion of it. We don't know yet. But they're going to do a whole in-house care evaluation, and that would be really cool before I leave and go back home, that I know that now my brother and my sisters have more help down here and can help my mother to, because it's very challenging. So you have somebody that you haven't, just for the record, those young people out there, I mean, most people know and understand all this, but until you have a relative, a family member that's very ill or bedridden or whatever it may be, until you have to take care of them, you don't really get it. For those out there that are my age, even maybe younger or a little older, and you've had parents very ill, you understand. It's very challenging. You have to revolve your whole day around being within hand's reach of taking care of them. And it's extremely expensive if they go to, sure, my parents can sell this home here and go to assisted living, but they don't want to do that. They don't want it. My mother wants nothing to do to going to a nursing home or assisted living. They would go, I mean, I think that's the death wish. I mean, that's just to me. I think once your kids or family members ship you off to assisted living, I think that's just, well, hey, it was great knowing you. So anyways, that's it. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Beautiful down here, beautiful weather. Even though it's extremely hot up north, I mean, it's warm down here, but it's just a typical summer. It's not radical, but It's beautiful down here. So we're having a great time. And I hope everybody else is having a great Friday. And everybody stay tuned for more adventures. And what are we doing next? Going boating. So everybody has a great day. And we're trying to get out early so we can get back in time to meet the healthcare advisor. So God bless. Have a great day.